Life, I have worked every day on my birthday. And I just kind of feel like the universe has really looked after me.
Yeah.
All this.
One vote.
You sound just like every other politician.
Do I look like every other politician?
Yeah, actually, I haven't practiced yet. We just had been when I finished law school.
I knew if I told you
Bobby
that.
had an affair with this woman. An affair.
He didn't want to be here anymore.
Darrell, I had a nice time, but I think we ought to wait on the kiss.
Sure.
All right, let's keep it 100. Can you even name Hollywood icons on one hand without Regina King sliding into the convo? Exactly. She's the blueprint, period.
Guest tonight is one of the finest actors. She has an Oscar, 4 Emmys. Please welcome Regina King.
Has she been stealing scenes since way back? And the way she commands every room she steps into? Pure excellence. Everything about Regina King just screams iconic.
Received that with grace. I was making a decision that I wouldn't be able to look in the mirror.
Listen, Regina King's life ain't been some smooth, glittery stroll down the red carpet, honey. So let's spill the tea on her journey, because trust me, you won't believe what this queen has overcome. With 4 Emmys, an Oscar, and a trophy case that could make Meryl Streep do a double take, sis has cemented her place in Hollywood history. Regina didn't just make it, she bodied it, serving award-worthy performances scene after scene. "I switch it up for every role I play," she once said. "That's the beauty of my career. I've been doing this for over 35 years. But before we get into all the big wins and jaw-dropping roles, let's hit rewind and peek into her humble beginnings. Born January 15th, 1971, under that golden California sun in Los Angeles, Regina Renee King was destined to shine from the jump.
Still wonder, what could I have done so that wouldn't have happened? And the sadness never go away. It'll always be with.
But let's not get it twisted. Her childhood was anything but typical. Sure, the talent was undeniable from day one. This girl was practically born for the spotlight. But her home life? Let's just say it wasn't exactly the picture-perfect white picket fence setup. Now, fast forward to 1985. Regina was just 16 when she snagged her first big break, landing a spot on the hit sitcom 227. Baby girl was already making moves.
It's something different for every single role that I play. It's the beauty of my life that I've been working for over 35.
She stepped into the spotlight as Brenda Jenkins, the role that catapulted her straight to stardom and crowned her America's sweetheart in a snap. Baby girl wasn't just famous, she was stacking serious coins. So much so, she rolled up to her sweet 16 in her very own car, paid in full with that TV money.
That I'm born and bred in Southland, LA. Oh my.
I mean, isn't every teen girl's dream come true? But here's the plot twist you didn't see coming. Her mama, Gloria, straight up wrecked that car.
Murphy, Eddie Murphy, that's all I ever hear.
Daddy!
Mary.
Lester.
Sorry.
Go there to do the stage play, 227.
In that?
I was in the play. I didn't play her daughter in the play. I played another character called Sweetie that was the bad, fast child from around the...
But hold up, before you all start side-eyeing Gloria, let's talk about why she's the ultimate supermom. Gloria was Regina's ride or die in every sense. She held it down, raising Regina and her sister Raina all by herself after a messy breakup with their dad back in '87. And trust me, Regina's daddy wasn't winning any Father of the Year awards. He was more of a ghost for months at a time type of situation. But thankfully, Regina had her mama, who not only taught her daughters to dream big, but made sure they knew they could make those dreams a reality. Gloria schooled Regina on how to maneuver through Hollywood's wild streets and how to keep her coins in check while doing it.
Birthday last year, you got a brand new blue Toyota MR2.
It was a gift to myself.
It was.
Yeah.
I guess when you have a job at that age on
yeah.
television, you get a gift like.
I mean, talk about hitting the mama jackpot. But trust me, even Gloria couldn't prepare Regina for all the drama Hollywood was gonna throw her way. After 227, the baby girl's star didn't just rise, it straight up skyrocketed. Sis was out here booking everything, from Boys in the Hood to a whole lineup of classics.
That my mother drove my car and she got into an accident.
And baby, every role she landed was hotter than fish grease. But hold up, Regina wasn't just out here playing the game, she flipped the whole script. Sis leveled up, stepping behind the camera to direct and produce like the true boss she is.
I had a pause in the career where I wasn't really booking jobs. I was very appreciative that she had saved that.
While Sis's career was flying high, she was stacking awards like they were on clearance. But the drama off camera, that's a whole other tea kettle. And what better place to start than with Regina's roller coaster of a love life? Back in '95, she started dating Ian Alexander Sr., the VP of Quest Records. And let me tell you, sparks flew quickly. By January 19th, 1996, they had a little bundle of joy, Ian Alexander Jr. and Honey. Regina was head over heels for her baby boy. But hold up, we'll spill the tea on that mother-son bond in a minute. Let's get back to the romance, or should I say, the drama. By 1997, Regina and Ian Sr. tied the knot, making it official. But boo, not every fairy tale gets its happy ending. Word on the street, Ian was hiding some serious skeletons in his closet. Not only was he out here creeping, but he was also battling substance abuse issues that rocked their marriage. And as much as we'd love a storybook finish, by 2006, it was a wrap. Regina's son Ian, just like her, ended up with a daddy who was more MIA than present. But if you thought that was the end of the heartbreak, oh baby, think again. Fast forward to 2011. And Regina was all in with actor Malcolm Jamal Warner. Sis had known him for years, and it finally felt like she found her forever. Spoiler alert, she didn't.
He's fine anyway, you better.
Malcolm hit her with the ultimate low blow. He dumped her on Valentine's Day. Like, who even does that? And to make it worse, his excuse? He just wasn't feeling it anymore. After 2 years together, he tossed their relationship out like yesterday's leftovers. Sis and her son had to pack up and move out of his house. Of course, Regina was devastated. But let me tell you, being the queen that she is, she dusted herself off, held her head high, and kept it moving. Like, who needs Malcolm when you're Regina King? Now, let's be real. Hollywood ain't exactly rolling out the red carpet for black women trying to claim their throne. And yes, even Regina had to deal with the drama and roadblocks that come with that grind. Sure, she's got 4 Emmys sitting pretty on her shelf now, living legend status, hello. But believe it or not, sis had some real talk about those awards back in the day.
And you already know Chicago.
Friday.
Going with Debbie and what's up with Rita?
Rita who? Jerry Maguire.
So what do you stand for?
You want to leave me?
She kept it all the way real, saying the Emmys weren't doing enough to recognize people of color. For a minute, sis didn't even think she'd get a nomination. But baby, let me tell you, speaking her truth didn't dull her shine one bit. Regina's glow is unstoppable.
Where you are not having some form of discovery, whether it's about discovery.
All right, let's circle back to Regina's ride-or-die relationship with her one and only Ian.
Mourning the loss of Regina and Malcolm Jamal Warner, I thought you guys were a perfect couple.
Right.
But with that said, you're not together anymore.
While snagging one of her many awards, Regina got real about how being Ian's mom was her greatest accomplishment. Nothing tops that.
You wrote an opinion piece a few years ago criticizing the Emmys for honoring so few people.
Even with her packed schedule, Regina was that mom who made it all work. She straight up said she turned down gigs outside of LA just so she could be there for Ian every single step of the way.
Press send on that piece, I kind of felt like, well, I'll probably never get nominated. So the fact that I was able to point out statistics and express how I felt and still come back around full circle and be celebrated by the Emmy organization was a reward within itself.
Regina also opened up about a deep conversation she had with a white friend where they talked about the stark differences in what they each have to teach their sons if they ever get pulled over by the police. It was a real eye-opener, you know?
Favorite thing about myself is being Ian's mom. When a parent loses a child, you still wonder, what could I have done so that wouldn't have happened?
I mean, the reality of those differences is heartbreaking. But if there's one thing that's clear, it's that Regina loved her son with every ounce of her being. So when the news hit on January 21st, 2022, that Ian had tragically taken his own life at just 26, it felt like the whole world came crashing down for Regina.
The fact that I get to share this night with you, the best date in the house, make being a mother my greatest accomplishment. I love you.
Ian, a talented musician and DJ, had always been real about his mental health battles, and Regina, in true mama bear fashion, was right there by his side, supporting him every step of the way.
I just feel like, I did something right in life with him. He's just a wonderful young man, and that was just a great time.
Let's keep it 100. Losing a child? That's a pain no one should ever have to endure. And when that child was the center of your whole world, yeah, that hit was different for Regina. It couldn't have been easy, not one bit.
I was a mother and I made the decision to go back to TV. And so that I would not be taking roles that would take me out of the city. And I wanted my son to be in.
The loss hit so deep, and for a minute, it wasn't clear if Regina would ever be able to return to her career. But somehow, in true Regina fashion, she found the strength to keep pushing. So what's Regina up to in 2024, 2 years after that devastating loss? Well, sis is still out here thriving, doing what she does best.
Outside of LA, so that you could be?
Man, we kind of had the Kool-Aid house, so it's quiet.
You know, and that's just, it's just so...
Well, let's just say Regina is picking herself back up, showing us all how it's done. In true Regina style, she's diving right back into the game, starring in her latest project, Shirley.
Girlfriends who's white, and our sons are the same age, and getting ready for their driving tests. And when she discovered that a conversation that I have to have with Ian about rules of driving differed from her.
Regina and her sister Raina are teaming up to bring the powerful story of trailblazing politician Shirley Chisholm to life. The first Black woman ever elected to the U.S. Congress. Talk about making history.
Of all of the things that we had gone through with the therapy, with psychiatrists and programs, and Ian was like, I'm tired of talking.
After everything Regina's been through, it's honestly inspiring to see her channel all that strength and resilience into such an impactful role. Right now, Sis is sitting pretty with a net worth of around $16 million. Not too shabby, huh? But honestly, money ain't the whole story. Anyone who truly knows Regina knows her worth can't be measured in dollars. Regina King has left a priceless mark on this world. She's a role model, a trailblazer, and a straight-up icon. From playing Sweet Brenda on 227 to snagging those powerhouse Oscar wins and building a rep as Hollywood's take-no-nonsense queen, one thing's clear: Regina will be remembered for far more than just her acting chop.
Comes to depression, that people expect it to look a certain way. Ian's choice, which I respect and understand, you know, that he didn't want to be here anymore.
At the end of the day, Regina King's story isn't just another Hollywood mess. Nah, it's a tale of perseverance, strength, and pure grit. Despite all the tragedy, heartbreaks, and challenges, Regina keeps rising above it all. As her fans, we're all waiting to see what's next, because if history has taught us anything, Regina King is just getting started.